When I started my public life 12 years ago, I understood the media might be interested in what I did. I realized then their attention would inevitably focus on both our private and public lives.
The video captures Diana at a 1993 charity lunch, speaking softly but decisively as she announces her step back from public duties and reveals the emotional weight she was carrying.
But I was not aware of how overwhelming that attention would become, nor the extent to which it would affect both my public duties and my personal life in a manner that's been hard to bear.
Welcome to Headline to Heartline. Every threshold looks grand from the corridor, yet crossing it can feel like stepping into a smaller room where the walls whisper back. Today we revisit December 3rd, 1993, a lunch hosted by the brain injury charity Headway, and a short speech that carried a long echo. Diana stood up amid clatter of cutlery and polite applause and did something rare in royal life. She asked for time and space. She explained that the intense attention on her public and private life had become hard to bear. Then, she said, she would step back from public duties while staying close to the causes she loved. It was a request and also a boundary, spoken clearly without rancor, in a room full of people who had come to talk about recovery and dignity.
I would like to add that this decision has been reached with a full understanding of the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, who have always shown me kindness and support. I hope you can find it in your hearts to understand and to give me the time and space that has been lacking in recent years.
To understand why those words land so heavily, we have to walk back to the beginning of the glare. In September 1980, when rumors of a romance with the Prince of Wales first caught fire, camera crews appeared outside a 19-year-old Lady Diana Spencer's flat and at the kindergarten where she worked. Pavements that had been ordinary the week before turned into daily stakeouts. She had no formal royal protection yet. She was still finding her footing, learning how to duck a lens while carrying a basket of classroom supplies, learning how to protect a doorbell from becoming a news alert. The early clips we still have from that month show interruptions more than interviews. Imagine being that young and trying to keep a workday intact while strangers called your name from the curb. Before the titles and the tiara, there was the noise.
I couldn't stand here today and make this sort of statement without acknowledging the heartfelt support I've been given by the public in general. Your kindness and affection has carried me through some of the most difficult periods, and always your love and care has eased that journey. And for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
That early pattern of being watched, called after, and cornered by curiosity didn't disappear when she entered royal life. It simply followed her across the threshold. By the time she became engaged, she finally had official protection, but the glare that began outside her little London flat didn't fade. It grew. The same cameras that once waited by her kindergarten gate now waited at palace doors. The attention became more formal, more polished, but no less invasive. Every outing was dissected, every expression interpreted, every silence filled in by someone else's imagination. Diana learned how to turn that spotlight toward causes that needed a voice, but the constant sense of being surrounded never fully loosened its grip. By late 1993, her separation from Charles had been public for a year, and the volume rose again. At a charity lunch for a brain injury organization on December 3rd, she stood up in a modest dining room and asked for something simple and rare in her world: time and space. She promised to remain close to the charities she loved, and she kept that promise. The public often saw glamour, but the work was steady and human. Wards and waiting rooms, hands held without photographers invited, brief remarks shaped for people who needed encouragement more than ceremony. Being followed is not the same as being seen. Looking back now, it's impossible not to feel the weight she carried. She was trying to balance emotional stability with public duty at a time when nobody spoke openly about mental health. There were no words like burnout or anxiety in the headlines then, only speculation and scrutiny. Yet somehow she managed to offer grace to strangers, warmth to children, and real comfort to the people she visited, even on days when she must have felt emptied out. Watching her hold that line between vulnerability and charisma is deeply inspiring. Her request for boundaries in 1993 was not a retreat, it was a plea for room to breathe. And the truth, as gentle as it is heartbreaking, is that those boundaries were never fully honored. We cannot say that her passing brought her peace, but we can say that the world finally understood the cost of chasing a human being until she had nowhere left to stand. Her life reminds us that compassion is powerful, but it should never have to carry the weight of survival. In 1995, the television interview let her use her own voice, but it came at a price, with even sharper glare. On August 28, 1996, the divorce became final. Legally, the chapter closed, and emotionally, the pursuit tightened further. She learned new routes and new rhythms, how to slip past lenses, how to shield her sons, and how to carve out evenings that were hers. Yet the chase did not loosen. Like and subscribe if this helps you see the story with fresh eyes. That charity lunch video was recorded 3 years, 8 months, and 28 days before she died. In the early hours of August 31, 1997, in Paris, a car crash in the Alma Tunnel ended her life. Official inquiries later called it an unlawful killing caused by dangerous driving, with contributing factors that included the impairment of the driver and the actions of pursuing vehicles. The echo of that 1993 plea is unmistakable. She asked for time and space. She did not receive enough of either. So when we watch that moment now, we are not only watching a woman step back, we are watching her try to build a livable scale for a life that had grown too loud. The courage is not dramatic. It is measured and careful, and it keeps faith with people who were counting on her. From the first curbside shouts in 1980, through a marriage lived under lights, through a divorce that tightened the chase, the pattern held. That is why the room falls quiet in 1993. That is why the words travel forward. Thank you for spending this time with me. Please remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, we step back from the balcony to a quieter doorway and listen.